1, wind 0907, clear takeoff 07 right.
Clear takeoff runway 07 right, Singapore is 61.
Welcome to the fifth episode of The Canadian Aviator. In this video we will talk about weights in general aviation and the weight and balance report. Whether you are simply interested in aviation or you are seeking to obtain your Canadian commercial pilot license or you are studying for your practical or written exam, this video is for you. Be sure to watch the video to the end as I will be sharing questions similar to the ones that you might encounter on any written or practical exam. Various terms are used in the discussion of the weight of an airplane. They are as follows. The standard empty weight. It's the weight of the aircraft and engine with all standard equipment installed. It also includes the unusable fuel and oil. Unusable fuel is the fuel remaining in the tank after a run-out test that has been completed in accordance with the government regulations. Optional or extra equipment includes any additional instruments, radio equipment, etc. installed but not included as a standard equipment. The weight of this equipment is added to the standard empty weight to get the basic empty weight. It also includes fixed ballast, full engine coolant, hydraulic and de-icing fluid. The basic empty weight is the weight of the airplane with all optional equipment included. In most airplanes, the manufacturers include full oil in the basic empty weight. That information will be listed in the POH for your aircraft. Useful load, also known as disposable load. It is the difference between gross takeoff weight and basic empty weight. In other words, it's all the load which is removable and is not permanently part of the airplane. It includes the usable fuel, the pilot, crew, passengers, baggage, freight, etc. The payload. It's the combined weight of the passengers, baggage, freight, etc. after the weight of the pilot, crew, and usable fuel have been deducted from the useful load. The operational empty weight. It's the basic empty weight of the airplane plus the weight of the pilot. It excludes payload and usable fuel. The usable fuel. It's the fuel available for your intended flight. The operational gross weight. It's the weight of the airplane loaded for takeoff. It includes the basic empty weight plus the useful load. Maximum gross weight. It's the maximum weight approved for the start of the takeoff run. Maximum ramp weight. It's the maximum weight approved for ground maneuvering. It includes the weight of fuel used for start, taxi, and run up. Passenger weight. These are the actual passenger weights and they must be used in computing the weight of an airplane with limited seating capacity. Allowance must be made for heavy winter clothing when such is worn. Winter clothing may add as much as 14 pounds per person on top of a person's basic weight. Summer clothing would add about 8 pounds. The maximum landing weight. It's the maximum weight approved for landing touchdown. The maximum weight or zero fuel. It's the weight of the airplane excluding the usable fuel but including the useful load. Now let's talk about the weight and balance report. It is a document that lists all of the current weights for the aircraft and all of the amendments that have been made to get to those weights. When you go to your aircraft documents, and you are typically going to find a sheet that gives the weight, the arm and the moment of your airplane. This is all based on the basic empty weight. From there, you need to realize that this document may have changed over time. Whenever we change something inside the aircraft, like the fire extinguisher or maybe some radios, the mechanic needs to put a new weight and balance report into force for that aircraft, as the weight will have changed. He will write on the old one superseded, and then the new one will have the most recent date. It's not uncommon for many of the aircraft that you are going to fly to find multiple documents tracing that aircraft's history and its equipment because it has been upgraded, changed, or traded in and out. On your flight test, make sure you have the most recent weight and balance report, which is supposed to be with you in the aircraft during flight and in the journey log. On this weight and balance report, you can see the most recent weight, arm and moment that you will need for your calculations. You can see the reason for the update, the date, and the signature of the mechanic. This ends the video regarding weights in general aviation and the weight and balance report. Let's go through some questions that Transport Canada might ask during any exam. After a major repair or modification to the aircraft, where should any change in the weight be documented? A. In the Certificate of Airworthiness. B. In the pilot log. C. No entry is necessary. Or D. In the journey log and in the new weight and balance report. The correct answer is D. In the journey log and in the new weight and balance report. Next question. What does the standard empty weight represent? A. The weight of the aircraft and passengers. B. The weight of the aircraft, engine, all standard equipment that has been installed, and the unusable fuel and oil. C. The weight of the aircraft plus the ramp weight. Or D. All of the above. The correct answer is B. The weight of the aircraft, engine, all standard equipment that has been installed, and the unusable fuel and oil. If you find this video beneficial or if you enjoy the content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any comments or questions, let me know down below. For now, fly safe, stay tuned, and thanks for watching.